I'm gonna swallow my pride, say I'm sorry, stop pointing fingers, cause blame is on me. I want a new life, and I want it with you. Boys the Men on Bended Knees. Hey, listen, we're talking about another review. This is the Critics Collective, and we're talking She Said Yes Maybe on Netflix. This just came out. This brand new. If you didn't get the hint from the song, it's about being on bended knee. It's about saying sorry. It's about maybe proposing. And then I'll make it. Anyways, so this came out recently. It's an hour and 47 minutes. Netflix says a romantic trip out of the country turns into a turbulent family reunion when a German raised Mavi discovers that she belongs to a wealthy Turkish dynasty. That is correct. It just I just realized that that's kind of spoils some stuff, but sometimes it's like that. So we're gonna go ahead and rate this. We're gonna talk about the highs and lows, and we'll go ahead and rate it. Now hit the subscribe button, like, follow, comment, notification bells on. Appreciate that. Now, my lows for this one. This is a rom-com. I enjoy rom-coms. I enjoy romantic stuff. I'm kind of leading the pack here. If you have a movie that fits in that, kind of makes you feel good all inside, let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to go check that out. Now, because I love this, there are certain things that you see in the plots and the tropes and stuff like that that you just get. One of them that you get with movies like this is just the lack of fucking communication. And what I mean by that is if you just open your mouth to say what we the viewer see and what actually fucking happened changes the whole story. You know what I'm talking about. Let me paint a picture. You're sitting here doing something and you trip, fell, landed in a position, and now y'all just smacking it up. And someone walks in, they see you butt booty naked, and you just doing what you got to do, right? And you say it's not what it looks like. That is exactly what it looks like. That situation is different. But if you're sitting there and somebody falls and you grab them because you want to kind of save their life, right? And you swing. At the same time you swing, someone walks to the door and say, "Hey, that's not. Listen, it doesn't look. I'm telling you, I promise you, it's not what it seems. I don't know this woman. She's about to fall and slip, and I saved her. Ma'am, sir, you have it on camera. You can show me. I'm gonna go into this little restaurant here. There's a camera pointer right here. I'm gonna promise you, I don't know who this woman is. That's how you this suffers. So the negative, the first one I'll say is they suffer from lack of communication between each other to the point that it damages the story because there's so many key plots they're spoon feeding you, but they just keep doing it. The other thing about it is not a sense of realism in a relationship. Some red flags, if you would. Here's me not trying to spoil this, right? I'm trying to think before regardless of the relationship you're in, generally, a lot of people say there are certain things that if you did this, it would cross the line into cheating. This tends to do that. Maybe it's just for me. You let me know in the comments. It does it to the point that it took away because I was like, you wrong as fuck for that. How you gonna be mad at that person when you done did some yourself? You're still doing some shit. Um, the good stuff. I was thinking Princess Diaries, with Anne in it. It had a kind of a feel to it, but a little deeper. There was some good stuff because they did showcase, I guess there's some type of cultural rivalry with Germans and Turkish people. If I'm saying it properly, Germans and Turkish people. I didn't know. I still don't know. But they kind of were letting people know, maybe. I really enjoyed the shot. Location was great. I mean, I would love to say Southwest Airlines. You might have a link in there, take a trip, but it was gorgeous. The other thing I would say the cast. The cast was funny. There's a first cousin hilarious. Second cousin was doing what she was doing, but point blank, there were some interesting characters, and I enjoyed them. Um, Good guys, bad guys. It was a really good cast. The other thing that I enjoyed about it was the lead, Mavi. If I'm saying it correctly, I enjoyed her acting presence when she was on there. It was believable. I was drawn in. Me and my wife were drawn in, and so that's kind of how we put together. Now we watched this rom com together. I'm not going to give you her rating. I'll tell you that she liked it. She enjoyed it. But we rate here from a 0 to a 5, with 5 being excellent, 0 being horrible. And we're talking She Said Maybe 2025. It's about an hour and 47 minutes on Netflix only. Brand new. Just came out. Um, my rating, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say without bringing roses to the door, I'm gonna say this would be an average. It's not bad. It's not below average. I think the quality is really good. The cast is really good. There's some elements that they do that is a little different in the rom-com thing, but they kind of stray away from certain things with, like I said, the communication, spoon feeding you plot stuff that I it was towards the last 20 minutes was tough for me to watch because they had thrown so much out of the window of what they've created. Visually, they kind of showcased a certain thing that was interesting with the camera. I'm not spoiling anything, but there was a two-way camera they used maybe 3 times in the whole movie, and I really thought they were going to use that throughout it because they built it up to be something. But you could have been anywhere in the world, and you chose to be here, walking, rocking, watching with us. See what I did there? I stumbled, but I got back up on my 2 feet. Until next time, kalika lika low.